Salutations, humans. You can hear that lovely little melody on repeat in the background. So soothing. That belongs to this new game that I found. I don't know if it's new. It might be old. I didn't check when it was released. I've seen it come up before, and it looked interesting, but I never really wanted to go into it. And I bought it the other day for I think maybe like $5. And it'd be quite fun. It's held my attention for multiple days now. It's such a nice little time sink, sort of like Dwarf Fortress. Let me show you right here what it is. Stacklands. So essentially, what it is, it's a board. It's a card game. It's a card game. You have like a field. You get cards. You get decks of cards that you can unlock. You have like a little currency system. And it seems really basic, and it kind of is. But then once you get really into it, it opens up a lot. Like, as you can see down here, it's one of my favorite types of games in these games. I don't know if you call them, not roguelike, but it's sort of that same sort of genre where it's like runs, you know, so you're like, oh, I'll do this run, and it's only supposed to last for a couple hours max, and then you reset, you start again. And it's really rewarding to sort of jump into something and then fail straight away and be like, oh, okay, what did I do wrong? And then you kind of figure it out yourself. And it's just rewarding. Like, this game has a tutorial system in a sense where it will show you like tasks that you need to complete. And in doing those tasks, it sort of gives you another hint, gives you a prompt. So it's like, hey, maybe now you want to create this, maybe now you want to create that. It's good. I did have to Google a few things to sort of look up how to complete certain objectives, but aside from that, it's been quite a fun game. I probably played about 8 to 10 times now, 10 runs. As you can see on this one, my current best one is Moon. So there's like a day cycle, I guess you could call it, in the game, where time will just constantly progress. You can pause time, play time normally, or you can play time at 5 times speed. But at the end of every moon cycle, you need to feed your villagers, and if you can't feed them, they die, and the game continues. And the game continues until you run out of villagers, because if you don't have any villagers, you can't really do a lot of what the game's asking me to do. Excuse me. So I just want to do a quick intro video to this to show to some people that maybe haven't seen it before, and if you like the kind of shit that we play on here, then maybe you like this. We're gonna start a new one. Start a new run. I'm gonna try and do all this in one go, so I don't have to fucking edit it. So let's just go straight. So moon length, short, normal, long. I always like to keep stuff as the game wants, and then once I get good at a game, I try and play it on the hardest difficulty because I feel like that's the most challenge. Peaceful mode just means if there's enemies or not. And it is a quite surprising game. So as you'll see here, I got pause. Okay, let's just go through some of this stuff, right? So right away, I can't zoom out because I need to do the pack. Let's do this first. So open the pack, boom, 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 boom. Here you go. So this is the board. This is what you'll be looking at the majority of the game. Every pack starts the same. You get one villager, excuse me, one berry bush, one rock, one wood, one coin. When you start the game, none of these here exist. You just have sell, excuse me, and humble beginnings. And you can see here, this is how much coins they cost, and this is where you can sell cards for coins. Each one of these, so the humble beginnings is the pack that we just opened. You spend coins here, and then it will generate a pack of cards for you. And as you can see down the bottom here, Seeking Wisdom pack may contain tree, rock, berry bush, wood, stone, stick, flint, poop, coin. And they're all kind of like that up until order and structure, which is 25. The idea of the game, I guess, is, so far what I can tell, is just to survive. There are other game boards you can get, which we'll probably get into later, but as you can see here, ideas are all the things. I'm getting ahead of myself. Ideas are kind of like the recipes. So recipes for building different things. Quests, you start off with a welcome quest, open booster pack, drag the village on top of a berry bush. Like, this is the tutorial essentially over here. So we're not going to worry about that right now. But it is nice to have objectives like off the bat. So let's look. So this is where you buy your cards. This is where you sell your cards for coin. You can move them all around. Obviously, as Stacklands, you can stack shit on top of each other, but only if it works together. Up here is your cycle. So this is, I was up to what, 74 before? 60 something? This is it. So it'll go boop, 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 come across. And then once it hits the end, you need to feed your villagers. This guy, as you can see down the bottom again, 15 health, combat level 12. Combat, I haven't really, obviously haven't mastered it yet, but you can equip each villager with 3 things. A helmet, a chest piece, and a weapon. Depending on what combination of things you equip them with, they will turn into a different type of unit. So you can make like a farmer, a miner, a warrior, a wizard, a mage. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit. So there's depth in that already. And again, because it doesn't tell you, it just sort of happens, and you have to just experiment, which I love. Show, don't tell. Show, don't tell. In my opinion, that's the best you could possibly do for your game. Show, don't tell. So here we've got the recipes. Up here you've got how much coins you have. Up here, this is your card limit. So we have 4 cards. Coins don't count as cards. 4 cards out of 20. To increase your load of how many cards you have, there's different structures you can build, and they'll increase your maximum card allowance. At the end of the moon cycle, you have to feed your villagers, or your units. Every unit requires 2 food. It's just non-negotiable, it's just how it is. Which is up here. So currently I have 0 food and I need 2. So if that moon cycle hits the end, I can't feed him, he'll just die. Even if you just feed him 1 food, he'll still die. And that's game over, and you restart the run. Fun, fun, fun. Good. It feels good. It took me probably like 6 runs, 7 runs to be able to like understand the game and then like stabilize my economy and stuff. So stabilize, like, so I have enough food for everyone and I have enough production coming in, you know? But yeah, and obviously the more villagers, the more food you need. I found the best strategy so far for me is just to stick with 1. You can find villages randomly in packets here, but you can make them. Once you have 2, you can make them. I like to keep it low. I like to keep about 1 to 2 villages. In my maximum run I had, that 70-ish one, I had 4. I had 4 guys. Max. Because yeah, producing the food, I couldn't automate it properly. Like, I hadn't figured out a way to automate my food production properly, so it was just holding me back. But anyway, so what can we do? Berry bushes produce food, so if you put this guy on there, a little bar pops up the top. When we unpause, he will spend time and then he'll pop out some berries, right? Each berry is worth 1. Certain foods are worth more food. You can combine foods together to make like an apple and a berry will make a fruit salad, for example. Fruit salad feeds 2 food instead of just 1. The best food I found was carrots, and carrots feed 2, so you just need 1 carrot per person. Yeah, that's good. Wood will give you things. The little thing here you're looking at, so the 0, the 1, that is how much coin they sell for. So what we're going to do now, we'll just get some food real quick. We'll just start playing, have a look. Pause. This is 5 speed, this is 1. I normally play on 5, but yeah. So now, boop, gives you 1 berry. And the animations are really cute, like them popping out of the bush. If you put them like close like this, it'll pop onto the stack. Let's just get a few food. And now it's gone, right? So that's 3. So these 2 food will feed him at the end of the moon cycle, and we're sweet. So what we want to hope for is more berry bushes. So let's produce some wood. This will make a stick. Sticks are worth 2. Boop. Sell the stick for 2. And now we've got 3 coins. We can put them in. Boop. Boop. How nice are the animations and the sounds, right? So now we have a stack. We've got Stacklands Humble Beginnings card, and it's got 3 in pack, and it's got 3 in there. My nose is so itchy. Alright, so let's go boop, boop, boop. So now we've got a berry bush, which is great. Tree will produce either food or sticks and stuff as well. And rocks just produce, I don't know, I think flint and stone maybe. Yeah, flint and stone. So the day's about to finish. Get ready for it. Time to eat. Now you gotta do it manually. It kind of annoys you when you're speeding through the game on 5 times speed and you're just trying to get things produced. This is a little bit annoying. This is the only annoying thing about the game so far for me. A cute little feed animation. Everyone was fed. Everyone's happy. And you can quit at any time and it will just like save it for you. So you can just come back. So now, yeah, we've got 1 food out of 2. It's like, warning, your guys will fucking die. So we'll finish off this rock. So now we've got 3 stone. Stone is useful for different things. What you want to do first, I feel the best strategy I've found so far is to get your food production producing. So we'll do the berry bush. So then we can survive another day. So now that's 2 out of 4, so that's 2 days good. We'll do the tree. You want to be... I found that pumping out the Humble Beginnings packs are good. But now we want to look over here. So we've got basics, blah, blah, blah. We want to go... farm. We want to make a farm. Or a garden. Garden is the easy one. So you want to make a garden first. With a garden, you can put like a berry or whatever in the garden, and then it takes a long time, but afterwards it will produce a whole bush. So you can kind of like see how your production will increase from there. So for a garden, we need soil, stone, 2 stone, 2 wood, 1 villager. So you got 2 stone, we'll put over here, 2 wood, and a villager, right? So once we stack them all up, we put the villager on there, he'll start making it. But what we want now is... And it knocks all the cards away. It's a bit annoying when you have like a whole board full of shit. And as you get more card allocation, the board will like increase. It is a bit annoying when it knocks them away, but it's also quite cute. And as you can see, as you play, one of the fun things, which I like, again, about games like this, like Dwarf Fortress and shit, and games like this, you watch other people play and you see how they organize all their stuff. It's just interesting to me, like, how do you build this? How do you organize this? What's your strategy? What's your go-to? It's always quite fun. Then we got a rat. So this is combat. So we should be able to kill this quite easily. And when creatures come on the board, they can move around too. So they can come and like fuck all your stacks up and stuff, which is kind of annoying. Raw meat. So now if we get, I think it's a stick. Where's the fire? Cook meat. Campfire. So 1 stick, 1 flint, we make a campfire, and we can cook that, and then we can eat it. We're not going to do that right now. We're going to put up here with the rest of our food and do the tree. I'm trying to save these because I want to get stuff that actually... I got the stick already. So what is the campfire? I just had it. My memory is so shocking. 1 stick, 1 flint. Which we don't have. Yeah. We got 2, so sell that. Sell the stone. Get enough for Humble Beginnings pack. Let's put these somewhere else. Soil! It's exactly what we needed. So put this together and let's make ourselves a farm. A garden, sorry. Feed him up. Now, if I was in a situation like I am now, where I only have enough food for, say, the next day, I would start selling some of this stuff in the early game to get more cards, to hopefully just get like a bunch of berry bushes that I could kind of stack up, and then I'll be like, okay, now I'm safe for like X amount of days, you know? And then you can start building, but... And you can fuck yourself, so like, you can waste your cards and be like, well, I have no coin for anything, and I have no food, so my run is over, you know? And then that's the fun of it. So get this, because this gives us 2. We'll put the... So we can't do it yet. I don't want to put the berry in the garden yet because we need it to eat. So let's just sell these. Try and get another berry bush. There we go, 3 of them. Perfecto, dude. Put them here. I like doing this because then if you like harvest it, it'll jump straight to the nearest like stack pile. So we can chuck one in here now. That'll get it going. And then yeah, at the end of your turn, if you have more than your allocated cards, it makes you sell them. Like just, it doesn't make you discard them, but you sell them for coin. So it is kind of like, it is good. You just sell it for coin. We'll leave that at the moment. That's enough. I might sell one berry, and we'll sell the stick. See what we got. Another tree. And this is kind of the game now, so now you're just kind of like hoping for good draws. Berry bush. Like another one in there. You always want to have them going, you know. So what do we want? We wanted a stick. Eat the villagers. Bop, bop, bop. No. No. Feed the villager. Bop, bop, bop. Stick. Now we can sell this. Get this. Another stick. Sell that. Bada bing, bada boom. Get Seeking Wisdom. See what we get from Seeking Wisdom. Nice. Get the tree done. Wood, wood, wood. Berry bush. Get a few more in there. But now we have our food sort of set up. So what you're going to be looking to do normally, well, what I like to do is produce cards and buildings that are going to produce you constant resources. So we've got lumber camp, 3 wood, 1 stone, 1 villager, and then if I put the guy on the lumber camp, he'll just continuously build lumber. So we kind of like, that's your coin now, you know, that's your money. So 3 wood, 1 stone. Feed. Yes, eat. Even now it's getting a little bit tiresome, you know, which is the only annoying bit, but like I get it. This is when all your stuff happens. So do this, and now he'll build the lumber camp. And now we can start producing. But what we want is a shed. Wood, stone, stick. Do some wood. That's enough. Put him in there, and then he'll make a little shed. And then sheds you can stack up. I think on my last one I had of like 100 sheds. My card stack was like almost 300. Do. Shed. Okay, so now you see went from 15 to 20, from 20 to 24, and you just kind of keep doing that. Like you just. The good thing about this now is that we're producing wood, which when you harvest it gives you sticks, which sell for 2. So you're kind of just constantly increasing your money, you know. And that's how you make coin. Let's see before I finish this up if we can get 2 villages. There we go. So now we have 4 food. Now it's getting a little bit more dire. So with this, we'll put the berry bushes here because when they finish, they will stack there. Get 1 guy on that. 1 guy producing lumber. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that's enough. 3. And this is kind of just what you do. Like, now we've got production. Let's just go to maybe like 10. Let's see what we do at 10. What else can we build that's actually fun? That's pretty much the basics, because then from garden you move up to farm, which is planks and bricks. Bricks are just 3 stone together, make a brick. Plank, same thing, 3 wood. It's all pretty simple, and like once you remember all the things in your head, it goes quite quickly. But that's pretty much it. Just keep. I'll show you what happens if you don't feed your villager. We'll just be a bit mean, and we'll kill off one of these guys. Get some sticks. Oops. Like all the animations are fun. All the sounds are nice. Let's get a big pack. Okay, here we go. So villagers aren't going to be able to be fed. Sorry, boys. Sorry, boys. There is not enough food. 2 villagers will starve of hunger. Oh no. Corpse. And you can't sell corpses. You gotta build, like, either get cards to get rid of them, or build a graveyard. But yeah, as I said, there's what else can happen? There's enemies that can come, so whenever you open a pack, there's a chance that enemies will come out. After a while, when a new day starts, a new turn, a portal can show up, and then in these portals, you can go in them, or they will produce like a bunch of enemies. So you might get like 3-4 enemies at once. Sometimes you get like a whole raid of enemies, but you can just, the RNG of that can just totally fuck your whole run up. Just little things like that that make it exciting. One thing I did was and again, you can build things without the recipes. So if you just know what you want, you can build it without actually having technically found it. Because one thing that can happen up here is when you open a pack, you can get an idea, and it's just like a light bulb. You can sell it for 1 coin, which is really nice, but it'll give you a recipe essentially. So the idea is like, hey, here's how to make a lumber camp, or here's how to make a shed, you know, and you don't start with that. So you kind of like have to keep playing to learn more. And I just really love that. I love that kind of game mechanic that's just like, play me more and you'll understand me more. It's not super punishing. And if you watch this, you probably have the basics now, so you can get yourself started. So like, what I would have done in this situation, instead of producing more stuff first, I would have just smashed out my food. I would have had a fuck ton of food and a fuck ton of sheds first. So I had like a maximum card allowance, so I could have like overstacked my food to like secure myself that situation. And then yeah, I had my 2 workers, and then bada bing bada boom, made more stuff, and then get the production going, bada bing. One time I accidentally made a rowboat, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I put my villager on there, and at the end of the day, it went to a whole nother game board. So this is the forest one, but you can get a bunch of different ones. I went to the beach with the rowboat, and the beach has like the same ideas, but like different cards. So like, instead of wood to make bricks, you get sand, and then you can put sand together to make sandstone, and that becomes like your brick. And then they had like shells as currency and things. It's all pretty cool, and you can get unique cards from there and then bring them back to your main board if you want, and keep swapping between the different boards. It looks like there's dungeons and stuff you can do. There's just, reading the tutorial or the objectives list, there's just so much stuff in there that I was like, I have just scratched the surface of this bad boy. Yeah. But that's Stacklands. I mean, yeah, that's Stacklands. It's a fun, time wasty game you can invest yourself in, and I had a really good time playing it, and I'm gonna continue to have a really good time playing it. So if it looks interesting, get it. I think it's, yeah, like $5, maybe $5. Well worth it. Well worth it.